Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to interview Veronica Gonzalez. She's a junior business management major at the University of Houston and also the executive director of the UH Student Ambassadors. Veronica spends a lot of her time leading prospective students on campus tours. And today, we're talking about the things Veronica wishes she knew her freshman year. Veronica, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Great. So starting off with academics, what are some of the study techniques or maybe some of the on-campus resources available to you that you wish you knew about your freshman year?
Great. So whenever I first started my freshman year, I think I was really trying to get into the habit of studying beforehand whenever it came to assignments that we were kind of leading up to. So your first days of classes, you're going to get all of your syllabus. It'll have all of your schedules for your upcoming assignments. Scheduling your time to be studying leading up to your assignments and not waiting maybe until the day before, 2 days before your actual exam or any assignments that are due. I also think a really great resource is to talk with your professors. So professors have their own office hours. And during these office hours, you really get the chance to go one-on-one and maybe just review some things that you could have gotten stuck with, any kind of study tips. If you want to review an exam, they're always super welcoming to do that as well. So really just creating a relationship with your professors. It's kind of intimidating the first classes that you're taking, but it definitely goes a long way, really just to get that information back to you. And then I think for on-campus resources, one of the really big ones that I took a little time to really research was our Launch tutoring services. So Launch is really good with having these one-on-one interactions with students that are looking for very specific help in their specific courses. So I think it's really cool. You really just make an appointment online and then you go and you get all your questions answered with someone who's gotten a really high grade in the class and has taken it already. So again, even if it's not, reviewing a certain objective, they can always help you with study notes or how to take notes and really doing well in your exams at the end of the day.
So Launch tutoring services, what you're just speaking about, is that specific to University of Houston students or it is? So
Yeah.
do you believe that on other campuses there are similar resources for students in terms of where to get tutoring and help like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think most, if not all, campuses will have their own tutoring services. Launch is like a very general one, so you go and you can ask questions about everything, but I know that specific majors will have their own tutoring services, so I think it's available. It's just worth, looking for and really asking questions for the people who have them.
Great. So now kind of moving on to social life. Is there anything you wish you knew your freshman year that you know now? Maybe in terms of meeting friends or balancing your social life with schoolwork or extracurriculars?
I think one of the big things is really just putting yourself out there, trying not to be as shy. So I would consider myself a relatively introverted person. I'm not too big on going out and making friends, but I think that it's a really great thing to really just not be so scared and just be welcoming, be friendly. Even if you're not the one initiating the conversations all the time, you're still able to make so many great friends. In terms of extracurriculars, joining a club or an organization goes a long way. You get to meet people that have the same things in common with you. And you really just get to make friendships based on that as well. So I think really the big thing is going to campus events, putting yourself out there. The people that are going to those same events as you are probably in the same mood to make friends. So you always get a really welcoming feeling and you get to meet different people because of it.
Great. So you spoke about extracurriculars for a second there. So where can students kind of get involved in those sort of clubs? Is there something you know about now that maybe you didn't know about your freshman year when you were first stepping foot on campus that could be a good resource for a student who wants to get involved?
At the University of Houston specifically, we have a platform that's called Get Involved. And it's really just a place for you to kind of see all of the organizations that we have on campus. We have about 600, so it's definitely pretty overwhelming, but it gives you a filter so that you can kind of choose what you're interested in, the kind of things that you would be doing in the organization. And of course, different campuses will have their separate platforms, but you'll have your own way of seeing what's out there and what's offered on your campus. And then definitely we have an event that's called Cats Back, which is usually a 2-day event, and you just go and you see all of the organizations all in one place. You get to meet different people, usually the officers of the organization, ask questions, get flyers, things of that sort, so that you can really get started on joining organizations that you're interested in.
Great. So freshmen coming onto campus should definitely do some research at their own specific institutions and check those things out. So next, I kind of want to talk about mental and physical health. I know it can be pretty easy to ignore your health when you're a freshman. I know I did to a certain extent. So have you found a manageable routine to take care of yourself, or at least consider your health that you didn't necessarily practice your freshman year? Are there any on-campus resources to help you manage mental and physical health that might be at other schools as well?
Whenever it comes to mental health, something that I really try to get into the routine of is make a weekly planner so that you can kind of see what you're going to be doing for the week. Because one of the really important things for me, as I kind of went through my years, is to learn how to say no. So sometimes you're super overwhelmed and you kind of just let things pile on. So it's okay to take a step back and see what you have to do and let your friends know, no, I can't hang out this week, or no, I have a lot of studying to do. So I think throughout my years, I really had to learn how to do that. And then really just the actual physical health and how to get involved with on-campus resources. Physical health, we have a campus recreation center, which is basically the gym on campus. They have their own fitness classes. And so you can go and get involved with maybe taking a break throughout the week and going to work out, getting involved with really any kind of courses or the fitness classes, just to take some time to yourself. And then another on-campus resource is we have our counseling and psychological services, also known as CAPS. And they're basically an on-campus resource for you to go and talk to certified therapists so that you can really just talk with someone and trying to get through any kind of hardships that come. So we definitely try to make an emphasis for freshmen to get super involved, because we definitely have a lot of workshops on how to transition into college life. So obviously the transition between high school to college is not super easy, especially if you're coming from a relatively small high school. Going into such a large university can be overwhelming. So even if it's not necessarily talking to a therapist one-on-one, we just have workshops where you can go and meet new people and just talk about or just listen to what other people are going through as well.
Great. So to wrap up, is there anything that comes to mind that maybe we didn't speak about that you wish you knew your freshman year?
I don't really think so. Again, I think the really big one is just put yourself out there. Don't be scared to make new friends. Don't be shy. It's going to be really great things coming to you. I think college is probably the best years of your life. They've definitely been my best years. So just don't be scared. Everything's going to be all right at the end.
Great. Well, that does it for us here today then. Thanks again for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks again for having me.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And for more interviews like this, please subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.